Good morning. Oh, better get the microphone over. Morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm just double checking I'm live in the groups. Probably not, but that's standard with Facebook. So let me do a couple of little bits and pieces, and then I'll be with you all. All right, 25 in 25 today. We got 25 Q&A questions regarding nutrition training and mindset that people have sent to me over the last week or so, and I will send them through very shortly. I just got to get into the groups and make sure everybody's watching. So if you are watching live, can you please jump on and say good day, or hashtag live in the comments would be great, so I know you're there. And we will get cracking in about 2 minutes. And I'm just going to get everyone loaded up so people in the group can watch it and we can stream it properly. All right, bear with me, guys. 2 seconds. All right, here we go. It's getting harder and harder every week. I don't know what is going on with Meta, but they don't like streaming in multiple groups. All right, that'll do for now. And if people want to watch, either jump on my profile or jump into the group and watch it streaming through live in each group. Okay, so 25 real questions, real life, real solutions. I think it's important that we get some questions that are like day-to-day stuff that people are going to ask. Okay, so first of all, how do I stop finishing my kids' leftovers? This is a really good question that I get asked a fair bit. So if you are giving yourself enough protein for dinner, enough fiber for dinner, chances are you'll be full and you won't need to go for the leftovers. I guess most of us are brought up from a younger age, especially my generation, is not to leave leftovers on the plate. You know, you had to eat what you were given. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. And if there was anything left over, you would eat it. We've got to remember we're not a human bin, so we don't have to scoff down the kids' leftovers. So if you make your own plate satisfying enough with plenty of protein, plenty of fiber, you don't need to go for those extras. Portion control is absolutely crucial, especially if you're on a weight loss journey. So practice the power of like, I'm content, rather than I need to eat more. Okay, you don't need to eat more. Put them straight in the bin or put them in the fridge and wrap them up for lunch the next day. It's quite easy to do. Hey Renee, hey Dennis, good morning Glenn. Thank you guys for jumping on and finding it. I sit at a desk 9 hours a day. How do I stay active? Stand up every hour. Set an alarm on your phone for, I don't know, every hour or 2 hours, and stand up for even 2 minutes. Hey, Alex, just so you can get some form of movement. All right, when we're sedentary, all our muscles are like all pushed together, and there's no lengthening of it. So we want to get up and do something. So every hour, if you can stand up for just 2 minutes, walk around, grab a water, go to the toilet, whatever you can do. It's 2 minutes every time to just to move and get some blood flow going through. You can do calf raises while you're at your desk if you like, which will definitely help get some circulation around the legs. If you get phone calls on your mobile, jump up and go for a walk and talk while you're walking. You'll get your steps in at the same time. Steps is greater than perfection. So whatever you can do, some sort of movement during the day is going to add up. You can probably get an extra 1,000 steps if you do some form of movement from your desk. So get up, stretch every hour, have some water, rehydrate, make sure you've got enough healthy snacks at your desk and things like that, so you are well aware of your surroundings and you know what you're up to. Is it okay to do just 15 minutes of exercise? Of course it is. It's better than nothing. People think that in order to have a great gym session, you have to be there for 2 to 3 hours. You can get a lot done in 15 minutes. You can do a good interval session. You could do a superset in 15 minutes. 15 minutes times 5 days a week is 75 minutes for the whole week, which is forming a really good habit. So if you are just starting out and that's all you can do, then just do that. It's totally fine. Focus on intensity or mobility, not just the 15 minutes. So if you can do something that's going to raise your heart rate a little bit, but it's a little bit harder to do than just normal. Like, I mean, air squats. If you can do 30 air squats, that's tough work. 30 air squats, 30 push-ups. You can do that on repeat. Lunges, you can do bicycle crunches, all that stuff. So in 15 minutes, you can do a lot of things. Start small, build the streak, but momentum is the key. I get home from work exhausted. How can I make myself train? If you have your workout clothes with you in the car when you leave work and you change into them, chances are you will go to the gym. If you have them in the front, near the front door, or your sneakers, chances are you'll go to the front gym. Go to the gym when you walk in the front door. If you have a reminder set on your phone or you've booked it in like an appointment, chances are you will go and train at the gym. Don't think just start within 5 minutes of leaving. You're getting home from work. Get your gear on. Have a snack. Hydrate yourself. You'll be fine. Remind yourself, tired now or tired forever. That's a great way to look at it. So put your workout on your calendar like a meeting, and chances are it'll happen. I hate cooking. Can I still eat healthy? Yes, you can. Frozen meals are great. My fitness chef, my muscle chef meals, things like that, they're very, very good to have in the freezer for the days where you cannot be fucked cooking. Microwave rice, frozen vegetables, canned tuna, roasted chickens, like all that stuff is great. You can make a pizza out of all that. Batch cooking once or twice a week so it's there and you don't have to worry about it. That means you only cooked once or twice, not 7 days. If you can prepare something healthy in advance and have it in an abundance in the fridge or in the cupboard, you don't have to think. You can do packet salads are great for that reason. I have those in the fridge for me for lunch every day, so I can just grab the salad, put it in a bowl, grab the pre-cooked chicken, put it in the bowl, get some sort of carb on there. It's probably rice or maybe cook some potatoes, and then just put some sauce on it and I'm on my way. So that's a quick, convenient meal that I don't have to worry too much about. Eating healthy isn't about being Gordon Ramsay all the time, right? Doesn't have to be Michelin star, doesn't have to be fancy. It's about being intentional. So prepare yourself beforehand. How do I stop binging after the kids go to bed? Well, it's hard because a lot of us utilize nighttime as the time to de-stress, and then when we're de-stressing, we are bored in a way, like we're watching TV, mindlessly scrolling, whatever, and you feel like you're hungry, but you're actually probably dehydrated. So don't skip meals during the day. If you're not eating enough protein and fiber during the day, you have a tendency to want to eat more later on. So that will definitely help. Remove the trigger snacks from easy reach, i.e. the chocolates or the corn chips or anything that's like high calorie that you can't stop at one. Remove them from easy reach. There's a couple of clients of mine said they call it a kitchen close time. Like the kitchen's closed from 7 o'clock onwards, and they don't go in there and look for the snacks. So things like that are great. But replace the habit with like a herbal tea, maybe doing some stretching, a nice hot shower before you go to bed, some meditation, some mindfulness, something like that to get your mind off it. Most of the time, binging comes from being bored. So rehydrate, get to bed early, do some reading, something like that to take your mind off it. Hey, Levi, good morning. What's the best workout for fat loss when I'm short on time? Any workout is good for fat loss, anything. Look, it doesn't have to be resistance training. It can be interval training. It can be cycling. It can be running. All that. It does help. Obviously, nutrition is the key for fat loss. But if you're short on time, full body strength training is great. You can get them done in 30, 40, 45 minutes or so. Walking with a weighted backpack is really good because it is resistance training. Or if you are 20 or 30 kilos overweight, you are already walking with resistance. If your knees and heart can handle it, HIIT training is good for that reason. But anything that you can do consistently is the best workout. Whatever makes you smile, if it's table tennis, if it's fencing, if it's riding your bike, like that is the best workout in my opinion. I've got no energy. Should I train anyway? Yes. First of all, ask yourself, am I tired or mentally drained? If you can last 5 minutes and it goes okay, you'll be fine. But if it still sucks, it's time to rest. You've got to listen to your body. Movement should actually give you energy. So if you're moving and you're not getting the energy, it means you need to rest. So you need to listen to your body. Sleep, hydration, and food might fix it first, and then try again the next day. So don't push yourself if you are drained and absolutely fatigued as hell. Is snacking bad? No. If it's planned and protein rich, snacking is fantastic. I snack throughout the day, but I'm very strategic with my snacking. I make sure it's either protein bar or cottage cheese with cinnamon sugar and apples. So I'm eating protein and fiber. Yogurts, squeeze pouches of the high protein, what is it called? Custard from Aldi. They're really, really good. Mindless grazing, that's the enemy. When you've got a bag of chips and you're constantly just on the mindless graze, that's when it can be absolutely nasty. We've all done it. I mean, I'm guilty of it. You can open up a pack of Oreos and all of a sudden you're, balls deep in the second line of it. So mindless grazing is the enemy for sure. But is this fuel a distraction? If you are bored, that's when technically we snack the most, when we're bored. If you sit at a desk all day and you don't have water or you have efficient snacks around, you're going to be mindless grazing. So high protein foods will be your friend. Eggs, jerky, yogurts, and fibers like your fruits and stuff like that. They'll be your best friend for your snacking. I tried everything. Why don't diets work for me? Technically, because it's the word diet scares people. They're not designed for real life. Life always takes over from a diet. So it's not about another diet. It's about a better strategy. If you can learn how to eat properly, how to fuel yourself with enough energy for the day ahead, rather than consuming over amount of calories and you're not expending enough. If you can learn the basics of that, if you can track for a good 2 months, you will understand calories. If you can be super consistent with your protein, you will definitely be okay in terms of being full. It's about creating the habit. If you've got a really good habit in place where you are constantly hitting the right amount of calories you need, you have a very high protein intake, like 1.5 to 2 grams per kilo of target body weight. Target body weight being the operative word. It's not if you're 150 kilos, it's 300 grams of protein. That's not going to work. If your target is 100, you should be getting 190 to 200 grams a day. Focus on what you can sustain, not what drops the weight the fastest. We want to be slowly losing weight over time rather than a big dump and then we go put the weight back on. So it's got to be sustainable. You've got to work on the habit creation. How do I not give up every time I screw up? You didn't fail, you slipped. There's a big difference. Failure is consistently doing the same thing over and over again. If you just one day of the week you eat one high calorie meal, is it going to ruin the other 7? No, it's not. Progress isn't ruined by that one bad choice. It's ruined by quitting. It's when you do that one bad meal and then fuck it off. And then the next day you do a whole day of shit eating. And then the day after that, and then it continues on the vicious cycle. So repeat this mantra: next meal, next move, next day. That's all we have to do. Hit the reset button. It's not starting from the beginning. It's starting from where you left off. You're human. We're not perfect. Shit's going to happen. That's how we respond to when the shit happens that makes us move forward. Hey, Vicky, good morning. How are you? How do I stop being all or nothing? Replace it with something is better than nothing. If you miss a workout, do some stretches. If you haven't hit your protein target, don't go for the ice cream, go for the yogurt. If you had fast food, next meal, make sure you have a low calorie meal and a high protein meal. Perfection is exhausting. Progress is empowering. Just remember that. Perfection is exhausting. Progress is empowering. Is meal prep worth it if I'm short on time? Yes, 100%. Your future self will definitely love you for it. Prep protein, prep your carbs and veggies separately. Mix and match to whatever you like. Chopping veggies ahead of time saves a lot of time. Pre-cooking chicken in bulk batches and having it in the fridge for about 4 days can get all your lunches organized. Same as minces and things like that. Meal prep equals less stress and fewer excuses. Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. Do I have to give up bread? No, bread's not evil. It's eating 4 loaves of bread that's evil. Choose something that's going to fit in with your calorie count. There is some Helga's low carb bread at the moment. It's about 120 calories for 2 slices. Really low calorie, tastes like bread. It is bread. Okay, manage the portion and the toppings that you put on it. Protein plus vegetables equals balance. Life's too short to demonize toast. Who doesn't love Vegemite toast? All right, probably heaps of people, but bread's not evil. Carbs aren't evil. It's excessive amounts of anything is evil. That's why we put on weight. I'm sore all the time. Am I overdoing it? Yeah, potentially you are. Soreness equals stimulus, not success. So you don't need to limp to prove that you've trained. Trained to intensity, not to injure yourself. You don't have to get DOMs all the time. Just because you haven't got DOMs doesn't mean that you haven't trained hard. It just means you might need to lift up the level of your weights next time, or maybe do a different program or hit a different target muscle group. More rest days might mean better results. So think about that. You don't have to train 7 days a week to build a really good body. You can do 3 or 4 days a week and have a really good rig and be super consistent. Prioritize sleep, hydration, stretching, and like smart programming of your week, and you'll be fine. How do I get more steps during the day? This is really good. The more water you drink, the more time you have to get up and go and pee. Number one. Park further away at the shopping center. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Get up and walk if you're watching TV when there's a break on, or take your calls on your phone, standing up and walking around. If you're out of kids' sports or training, walk. You don't have to stand there and watch. You can walk and watch at the same time. A lot of the mums and dads that I coach do the same thing. They walk around the sports ground or wherever that with the kids and just get their steps in. 10 minutes after dinner can help digestion and movement. 10 minutes of walking is 1,000 steps. So like walking is your sneaky fat burner. Vicky asked, what's that? DOM stands for delayed onset muscle soreness. So the best example I can give you, Vicky, is doing leg day and then 2 days later not being able to sit on the toilet because your ass is burning and your muscles are totally fatigued. Is it bad to exercise at night? No, it's not. It's not bad to exercise at night. It's better than not exercising at all. If it doesn't mess with your sleep, go for it. Some people can get a massive endorphin rush from training and they find it hard to fall asleep. There's others that train really hard and can sleep really, really easily. Post-dinner walks or home workouts are game changers because they're available. Find the time that fits your life, not what that influencer says that you have to do. You don't have to wake up at 3:45, journal for 5 minutes, do 18 minutes of meditation and stretching, and then go to the gym at 4 o'clock. And you don't have to do that. You've got to fit it in with your lifestyle. Most of those influencers don't have a family. They don't have a mortgage. They don't have all the stuff that we've got. Find what fits, and that's the right time for you. How can I handle stress without food or alcohol? Good question, and not an easy one to answer. I would, if you're using food, good morning, Tamara. If you're using food or alcohol to handle stress, there's a deeper underlying issue that you might need to go and resolve first. I'm no psychologist or counselor, but they're two people that I would go and see if you are using alcohol or food to cope with stress. Walking helps, breathing helps, journaling helps, talking to someone helps. If you're masking it with food or alcohol, you still have to revisit that stress. So I would much rather take the stress on beforehand and not worry about alcohol. I haven't drank for 4.5 years. I made a conscious decision to remove alcohol from my life because it just doesn't provide any benefit. But it also gives me the opportunity that if I feel stressed, I don't have to have a whiskey or whatever. I just work on that stress. I go through that moment. I learn from it. So sometimes food does help, but it shouldn't be your only tool. I know, for example, hey, Justine, for myself, when I go through bouts of trauma, I don't care about my nutrition. I don't have to go and hit my protein target. I just eat because I want to survive. So I get that. I would much rather you control your portions and eat food to cope rather than alcohol, because alcohol is it's a depressant and it's a poison. So you don't need to numb it. You need to navigate it. That's probably the best way to put it. I'm embarrassed to go to the gym. Where do I start? This is totally common. There is nothing more embarrassing than not feeling confident going to the gym. So start at home. Body weight workouts are fantastic. Dumbbells at home, resistance bands are really, really good. Again, like I said at the start, if you are 15 to 20 kilos overweight, you are currently resistant training by walking anyway. So go and walk first. Get that first 10 kilos off and feel good about yourself. And chances are you'll want to go to the gym after that. If it's you still want to train, go at quiet times. I think that's probably a really good thing to do. But everyone starts somewhere. The people at the gym don't give a shit about you. They're too busy looking at themselves, gaining their progress or their form. Just because they're looking in the mirror all the time doesn't mean they're flexing. They're actually trying to get their form right. So it's a tough thing to do. It's not something that I can just say, just go to the gym. It's going to make everything okay. You can't. Everybody's mental health is different. If you are not confident because of your weight, lose a bit of weight first, and then the confidence will come. I'm not seeing the scale move. What now? Fuck, stop looking at the scale. It's the only metric we can really measure besides your waist and your hips and other things like that. So are your clothes fitting better? Is your energy levels improving? Are you getting compliments from people you normally don't get compliments from? Are you stopping and looking at yourself in the mirror now because you're noticing the changes? Do you feel lighter? Is your confidence levels better? Is there a bigger smile on your face than there is before? Fat loss doesn't equal scale loss every day. You could lose 6 or 7 centimeters off your waist and still not lose weight because body fat has moved, but you're retaining water, or you might be having your period or anything like that. Anything salty can hold water. If you've got sore muscles, it can hold water to repair the muscles. Muscles don't weigh more than fat; they just take up less space than fat. So track your strengths, take photos, and look at the overall picture rather than just one metric. Because if we get hung up on the weight and it doesn't move, that's when we get depressed. How do I get my partner on board with my goals? Share them first. Don't just do it and gloat about it. Share the why. Like, well, why are you doing this? Do I want to be a better version for my partner? Yeah, so why not get them involved? There are a lot of partners out there that are super, super supportive, but there are a lot of partners out there that are very jealous. So if you don't share your why with your partner, how are they going to know what it means to you? Invite them, don't nag them. Lead by example. Show them what you're doing. Make it a shared experience. Get them involved with the walking or the meals or the challenges that you're facing. Don't wait for permission though. It's your journey. It's okay to be selfish. Start when you can. But if you want your partner to get on board with your goals, you have to share it with them. You have to tell them your why. Is it okay if I don't like gyms? 100%. Fitness lives outdoors anyway, so you can go out and do whatever you like. You don't have to be in a box. Walk, hike, cycle, swim, boxing, kickboxing, stretching, anything like that. Home workouts are just as effective when done right. So the gym is a tool. It's not a requirement. So you don't have to be in the gym. You can train wherever you like. How do I manage food when I'm on the road for work? Preparation is the key. Pack some high protein snacks like protein bars or squeeze pouches of yogurt, fruits, nuts, tuna packs. They're easy to use. Grilled proteins and veggies at restaurants are really good if you're out and about. Excuse me. Being properly hydrated will help you, and especially when you're on the road for work. It curbs cravings, it keeps your energy levels up. But planning ahead is the key. If you're a FIFO worker and you get your meals handed to you, ask them to be cooked a certain way. I know that they do that. So find the grilled stuff. They have options for those. If you are going to another state and you're staying at a hotel, have a look beforehand of what's around that you can go to. Go to a shopping center if you can. If you can't, grab something from a servo on the way. But always plan ahead. Don't let the hunger be the boss, because that's when you'll crumble. How do I find time for myself when life is chaos? Life is chaos. Shit happens. You can have the perfect day planned, and then within 1 hour, your kids are throwing up on the floor, or you get a flat tire, or someone calls in sick, or all that stuff. So whatever you can do to make sure you respond to whatever situation comes at hand will make your life a lot easier. Wake up 15 minutes earlier if you can and just get a walk in. Schedule your you time like it's a work meeting. Training to me is non-negotiable. And how do I make it work? We get up at 4 o'clock and we go to the gym at 5. That's what works for us with our family. So we can get home. I can do these things. We can get the kids ready for school. Wife, you can go to work, and then the day to move on. Delegate some stuff if you can. Say no. Like, you don't have to say yes to everything. Say no. You're not a robot. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you're not refueling your energy levels, or you're not doing the things that make you happy, you're going to be a miserable person. Last but not least, what if I never feel motivated again? You probably won't, because motivation is full of shit. Discipline and non-negotiables is the real winner. If you can create a set of non-negotiable habits that you do every single day or every single week that will get you closer to your goal, motivation will come when that stuff's into play. The minute you don't have discipline or non-negotiables in your life, motivation never appears. Motivation comes from discipline and habits. Discipline create momentum. Momentum creates motivation. That's the action. Okay. Not the other way around. You don't, just because you're not motivated, it's mostly because you're not disciplined or you don't have the habits in place. Do it now, do it tired, do it unsure, just fucking do it. One step today beats all the perfect starts that never come. One step. That's all it takes to climb a mountain. All right, guys. No other questions from you guys live this morning. I appreciate you joining up. Hey, Philomena. Hey, Tamara. Vicky, I hope I answered Dom's for you. If you've got any other questions, please send me through a DM. I'm more than happy to answer them at any time. Apart from that, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys